Good afternoon. It's New Year's Day here on Midway. We're steaming in the Arabian Gulf with Battle Group Alpha and the multinational force. And with me we have a very special guest, actress and model Brooke Shields. Brooke, it's wonderful of you to come, and you've had a chance to tour around the ship a little bit and see the crew. And I suppose one of the first questions is, why did you come here to visit Midway?
Well, first of all, thank you, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. We have been trying to come here basically for a really long time. Originally, we were and then at the last, I couldn't. As a result, actually, it worked out almost for the best as far as being here, because we were able to go into Bahrain, and once we were there, we really tried to negotiate coming onto the Midway, because they had told us too that a lot of people don't get to come out here. I mean, I had the ride of a lifetime. I can't ever go to Disneyland or Disney World or any park again. It was an incredible experience, and we just wanted primarily to visit as many of the troops as we could possibly in the time that we did have. And we've come over here to also distribute the gift packs, which, I mean, it's amazing. The people home in less than 2 months have raised over, well, enough for 450,000 of these gift packs, which are in the process also of, they're augmenting the number of them, and people are still sending them, and they will be distributed out here to all the men. And it's really phenomenal, the amount of support and caring that exists at home.
So that's essentially a gift pack for almost every soldier and sailor that's out here.
It really is, and we're sticking to it too, and they will be. We've been giving them out, and more keep coming, and we have trucks and truckloads of them. So the people at home, and each person that donated a gift pack has their name printed out in a card into the gift pack, and it's really great because the support is definitely there.
I think that most of our sailors that get the gift packs, and I understand that most will,
yes,
I'm sure they'll write to the person that made the donation for it, because the support from home really means a great deal.
Well, they definitely have it. I mean, there's no doubt in anybody's minds. I mean, that's one of the big messages that we wanted to bring. It's sort of little, and I'm just one person, and we weren't even performing or anything, but really it's there, and you can feel it. It's in all the newspapers and everything. So.
Well, that's really wonderful. Well, you've had a chance to tour around Midway a little bit. You got to meet
certainly did.
Sailors and Marines. Any impressions?
Well, this will give any girl, boy, I've got an ego now that just does not quit. They have been so wonderful. It was overwhelming. It really was to be able to meet the number that I did meet, and they made me feel really good, and I was glad that I was able to see as many of them. And it's devastating almost how many there are, and I feel so bad when I have to miss some people. So I'm sorry about it, but I guess I'd be here for 2 weeks.
Well, you could probably do that.
I could probably, well,
it'd be
the
okay
way I feel after, thanks. The way I feel after the plane ride, I'm almost thinking I better not get on another one for a while. I was reading out the commander when we were a few seconds on, and my stomach was in my throat.
Well, I'm sure if you have any questions about Midway, we've got about 4,300 folks that'd be happy to answer them for you personally.
Well, I'll get 4,300 questions.
Well, where do you go from here?
I will be going back to Los Angeles, and I'll be on, actually I have to go on the Arsenio Hall show the day after tomorrow. It's his anniversary, so they want me to roll a cake out there. Oh, and they had a cake for me on the Midway, which was really nice. It was delicious, too. It was
super.
Great.
I think we have the world's best bake shop. We certainly have the best bake shop in this hemisphere.
Oh, it's hot. It was delicious.
And they do a great job. It's a fight for all of us to keep our weight down, and I'm glad you had a chance to sample it.
Well, yeah, thanks. I'm glad it's just a sample, too.
Well, after the Arsenio Hall show, then what are you be doing?
Well, I'll be probably staying on the West Coast for a while. I have a few different events to go to, and they're mostly charity events as well. And then there's American Film Institute, I believe. And there are a few films that are in development right now that I'm working on getting started. So hopefully
anything
with
you
this
can
year.
talk about?
I wish I could. You know, nothing's really definite, and we don't even have definite titles on them. But I'm just plugging away. This is going to be a good year. So.
Okay. Well, that's great. So that's the you've charted out your career path, and now you're chugging down it.
I'm definitely finished school, and now I'm working full time.
Well, that's great. That's great. You know, these gift packs you bring, of course, carry a message to all the folks out here. You probably have your own message, and maybe a message that's an aggregate from the other folks back home that,
it's,
you know, just from your contact with people, you probably have a pretty good sense of.
I definitely do. I was mostly impressed over here with the incredible morale that was being upheld, and my personal message, and I know that's in conjunction with everybody from home, is that our love is really here, and our support, and we want everybody to come home, and we're wishing every day and praying for a peaceful resolution, and it's just that the support's there, and we want to say hang in there.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We really appreciate your coming here, and you can be sure there's a lot of praying in the same direction going on here too.
Oh, we're with you.
But I'm delighted that you sensed that the morale was high.
Oh, definitely.
It certainly is up on Midway.
Well, and we've been at Sheikhiza for 2 days, and we were at the ASU, and it is, and it's not feigned, it's not fake. People are really, and they're tired, but what they've had to put up with already, and what they're doing, and it's unfortunate for me. We won't even be able to get out to Saudi Arabia, and from what I understand, it's almost a drastic difference too in conditions out there. But the support's there, and everywhere that we've been.
Well, it's great. Thank you again so much for coming. Maybe you'd just like to wish everyone a Happy New Year before we have to sign off. You don't want to get back on that airplane, but
no,
but I'm afraid it's leaving in just a couple of minutes.
Oh God! I'll get on it. I can bring my stomach with me. Happy New Year to everybody, really.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming, and we really appreciate the support which you represent from all the folks back home.
It's a New Year's I'll never forget.
Okay, thanks a lot. Brooke Shields, and on our way back home to the West Coast.
Thank you. That was good.